Greetings, welcome back to the Penguin Palace. I'm Eric Mehring. This is the second in a series of lessons on alternate tunings on the guitar. These lessons will hopefully help those songwriters who are looking for a different sound on their guitar. If you looked at the first lesson, we looked at open D. Today we're going to take it a step further. We're going to go into open D and then explore the small variations you can make in the tuning that can give you a big difference in sound within that realm of open D. So to review how we get down there, let's just remember that we first make sure that the A and D are in tune with each other, right? And check that with harmonics too. Good. Then we can start with the D's. We compare the low string to that D string, and we do the same with the high string. You can check them using the harmonics like I showed you before. And on the 12th and the 5th fret, like that. And then we do it the same with the A string and the B. You yank on that string a little bit as it goes down, gets out the slack. And then G, we take down to F sharp. Okay? Get there pretty quick. When you work on it for a while, you can get there quite quickly. It just takes some practice. So now we're in open D. I'm going to show you 4 tunings, and I'll show you a couple chords in each one, and this will just give you an idea of where you can go. The experimenting is up to you. You can find what sounds good to you and start making up your own chords, and then you've got, the sky's the limit. You can put any sort of finger picking pattern you want on it, or any new chord shapes that you want to try, and just take it and run. So the first tuning we're going to look at is a slight shift. It's just a half step down on the first string, and you go down to C sharp. Now the way I often find this tuning is I put my pinky on the first fret like that, and then tune down until I hear a D. Like the D's are, I'm tuning the D string to that, and then you take it off, and you have a C sharp. This is a D major 7th tuning, really. The nice thing about that C sharp is that's in the A chord as well, so you can actually play some songs in A. This tuning I use on a song of mine called The Yellow X on my first record. Actually, the guitar is tuned down a half step on the recording, but this is the idea. You can play with this side of things or with this side of things. Really broad chord. This is another nice one. 6th fret, 4th and 5th string. Again, you can use all sorts of tricks. Your vibrato, you can pick it. A tuning like this is nice because you can also hammer up to that major chord. So you can strum it. So you get the idea. Now this is a great one to play around with. So have fun with that. I'm going to take this back up to open D. Now I'm going to go to the next string, the B string, which is now an A. You can also take down to G. You can check it by playing it on the 2nd fret, comparing it to the A, because these are originally both A, and now this is a G, so it's a whole step down. Totally different sound from that last tuning we were in, just a minor variation. This one back up a half step, and this one down a whole step. Now that you have a G here, you can do some work in G, right, on the 5th fret. Your 5th fret takes you to G. It's kind of nice because the G string, which is now an F sharp, and the 2nd string, which is now a G, are just a half step apart. So they have a nice ring to them. So one nice thing to do in these tunings is just play around Just play around with the first string. And see where you can start making some chords. You find something nice. See what else, like that, right on the 7th fret. Just doing the middle two strings, and then the first string right there. So that's something to play around with. That's also a really nice tuning. You can go back up to A. Again, just comparing the two notes. Now let's go to the 3rd string, which is the G string. Now it's an F sharp. If we tune it down just a half step, you can compare with the 3rd fret of the D string. Now you have a D minor, which is just a totally different sound, of course, than the D major. Something nice to do in this tuning is to, if you like a kind of Indian sound, as in, you know, classical Indian music from India, you can kind of get playing with the A strings especially, you can get some kind of sitar kind of sound on there. Using your low D's and A's as a drone. This is a nice kind of thing. Also, the harmonics on here are quite nice. You can do the same with that A down here. And chords, you know, you can make up all sorts in this tuning, but I really like the, you know, just keeping it real simple, using the drone here. Major, minor, doing lots of bending, like they do on a sitar. So take that another half step down, and you have a D 9th chord, because there's the E. Now the G becomes an E. Now, if you do this a lot, your strings, you are going to find that they break, especially if you stay in a standard tuning. I sometimes tune my guitar down a half step and then go to these tunings, because you get a little less tension on the strings and they're not as liable to break. You know, when you tune anything, like any piece of metal that you bend back and forth like this or tune back and forth, it's going to break eventually. So when you tune down a half step, they don't break as often, but it's worth doing it. So this is DADEAD, D-A-D-E-A-D. This is a tuning, if you know Jonathan Brooks, she uses a lot. This just this is a chord she uses quite a bit, this kind of thing, if you know her music. Right, I have my, let's see, I have my, actually I'm on the G string right now, which is now an E, but when I let go of it, that E shows up. It's really nice. You can hammer on here, right there, back to make it a D major. But having that E in there really adds something different to the sound of the D chord, rather than like a G, which we had earlier. So these are 4 ideas to take you into when you're in the D major, if you want to explore. These are slight variations, but you can go anywhere you want with them. So hopefully these tips are helpful. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to share them. And if you enjoy the lesson, please subscribe. Just click on that subscribe button, and so you'll know when I post more. And I hope this is helpful. Be well. Keep on strumming. Peace.